Right, my friends, welcome back to the Wealth Outside of Wall Street YouTube channel, where you learn how to take charge of your money, your future, and ultimately get your money off of Wall Street to become financially free in 10 years or less. I have a good one for you today, so let's get right into it. The topic of conversation today is what your financial advisor isn't telling you. And the answer to this question, it's likely costing you dearly, and it's going to prevent you from ever achieving the levels of financial abundance that you desire. Now listen, the dirty little secret behind most financial advice is that it's often overpriced and it's massively ineffective. The problem? Well, you're left in the dark about the true cost and effectiveness until it's oftentimes too late to even make a meaningful change. Navigating the world of financial strategy can feel like a maze with countless conflicting opinions. It's hard to know who to trust, so let me offer you a definitely contradictory opinion. You ready to go? You should not hire a financial advisor. Now, all you financial advisors out there who follow this channel, I'm sorry, not sorry, but for you, the individual who wants to take control over your money, you should not hire a financial advisor, at least not in the traditional sense. Now, let me give you a little bit of perspective on why I say this. Let's consider a different scenario for a moment. Imagine you wanted to achieve a peak physical fitness, but you weren't sure quite how to get there. You would seek out some type of an advisor that might have some impressive educational background, only to find that they're significantly overweight and have never actually achieved the elite levels of fitness that you yourself are seeking. Now, how confident would you be in hiring someone who has never actually achieved the results that they're advising on? Now, let's apply this to your personal finance for a moment. If you want to be financially free in 10 years or less, when you go to hire a financial advisor, your number one question should be, how financially free are you? Show me your bank statements, show me your cash flow statements, show me your results. And if they have no results to share with you, then they are advising on something that they likely have never accomplished. And my friends, at this point, it's all theory, it's not practical. So if the answer to this question is no, there is a real problem. Despite whatever education or certifications that that person might have, they have never navigated personally the path that they are intending to lead you on. It is all theory. The sad truth is that most financial advisors, well, they're not actually advisors at all. They're often commissioned sales reps with limited financial education, and even fewer have ever achieved any meaningful or measurable success that you would ever aspire to. In fact, Warren Buffett famously said, Wall Street is the only place that people ride to in a Rolls Royce to get advice from those who take the subway. Or in other words, be cautious about who you're trusting, especially when it comes to your money. Now, let's say you decide to hire a financial advisor. What would make you happy with your decision? Well, you must approach it as a buying decision. When you buy something, you assess your needs by finding a product or service that meets those needs that you have. You weigh the cost against the benefit. But understanding the cost of a financial advisor is far from straightforward. Most advisors charge a percentage of assets under management, making it challenging to fully grasp the true cost. So let's break it down with a little example. Suppose your financial advisor is charging a seemingly small 2% assets under management fee. Now that 2% fee seems like nothing. It's small, it's 2%. However, this fee can have a significant impact on your retirement savings. If your investments could be earning an 8% compounded annual growth rate, but you're only seeing a net return of 6% after that 2% fee, it could cost you up to 70% of your expected retirement balance. That's right, my friends, a 2% fee could cost you up to 70% of your expected retirement balance. And that's not all. In addition to the hard cost of a fee, there's also an opportunity cost to consider. It's essential to evaluate both aspects before committing to a financial advisor. Now let's examine this from a different perspective. Suppose you were diligently saving $1,000 per month from the age of 20 all the way to your hopeful retirement age of age 65. And your financial advisor is earning an 8% annual growth rate, but is charging you a 2% fee. Here's how the breakdown will work. In the first year, a 2% fee on $12,000, earning an 8% return is going to cost you $259. Now, that doesn't seem like much. However, this $259 isn't just a one-time cost. It's both a hard cost as well as an opportunity cost that will compound for the rest of your life. Once that $259 is withdrawn from your account, it's lost forever. It will never earn you any rate of return ever for the rest of your life. To fully quantify the cost of both hard and opportunity costs, let's look at this over the lifetime of your portfolio. Over 40 years, if you're diligently saving $1,000 a month, your savings over that 40-year time frame would be $540,000. You would have taken $540,000 out of your personal budget, money that you could have spent. You're putting it aside for the future. With an 8% compounding growth rate, your savings would swell to just over $5 million. Not a bad trade-off. $540,000 invested, 8% annual compound growth rate, $5 million end balance. Now that seems like a reasonable trade-off. However, remember that 2% fee. This would grow as your account balance grows, resulting in $754,000 of real hard costs. In fact, it's $754,267 in real hard cost over the lifetime of your portfolio. But the real kicker is the opportunity cost. Your account balance at the end of 40 years would decrease from over $5 million to just over $2.5 million due to not just the fee, but the opportunity cost that every time money comes out of your account, the 8% that it could have earned is lost forever. So in combination, you're paying $754,000 with a 2% management fee and $1.6 million in opportunity costs, bringing your portfolio from $5 million down to $2.5 million. My friends, that is over a 50% cost over the lifetime of your portfolio. And what's worse, I'm assuming in this example that your financial advisor is earning an 8% annual return. 91% of financial advisors have been proven to underperform the market benchmarks, not overperform them. My friends, when was the last time you ever made a buying decision that would cost you over $2.5 million? If you were going to sit down right now and take $2.5 million out of your wallet, out of your future, you would make dang sure that the outcome, the result, the benefit would justify the cost. But it doesn't end here. What happens when your financial advisor loses money in the market? Have you ever experienced that before? The market's up and the market's down. And the reality of it is, financial advisors have very little ability to predict or even do anything about market losses. If you call your financial advisor and say, hey, my friend, why did I just lose money in the market? What is he or she going to tell you? Oh, don't worry about it. You're invested for the long run. I'm going to take my management fees for losing money for you this year. You're going to suffer both now and in the future, but don't worry. The longer you keep your money with me, the more money I make and the more you lose. That's basically what your financial advisor should be telling you, but they're not. It's kind of like getting a punch to the gut every single year that your financial advisor wins at your expense. But listen, my friends, the reason you are here on this channel, the Wealth Outside of Wall Street channel, is to stop taking hits like this and start calling the shots. So before you hire a financial advisor, ask yourself this: is the cost worth the benefit? And remember, true financial independence starts with understanding not only the true cost of financial advice, but the real benefit that you're after. If you are not getting financial advice from someone who has achieved the results that you want, and if you are not clear on what the cost, both real and opportunity cost is, you should do a little bit more due diligence on this very channel, and you should likely consider taking your money off of Wall Street, where the best you can hope for is average advice for average people, getting average results, and ending up with an average retirement. My friends, you are worth more than that. You are investing in the greatest asset that you have right now, your financial intelligence. Money is literally a tool. And when you raise your financial IQ, you become empowered to use that tool of money, not hand it over to some financial advisor, hoping that they have your best interest in mind. No, my friends, you take control of your money, you take control over your results, and ultimately you take control over your destiny. So my friends, join me on the next video where we're going to continue to expose the lies and the hypocrisy of traditional financial advice to empower you with your money and your future.